121 Stat 346 Public Law 11053 August 3rd 2007 Subtitle C Strengthening Terrorism Prevention Program Section 721 Strengthening the Capabilities of Human Smuggling and Trafficking Center A in general in Section 7202 the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004 United States Code 1777 is amended in subsection C1 and striking, addressing, inserting, and integrating and disseminating intelligence information related to the redesignation subsection D and E and subsection G and H, respectively, and 3 and inserting in subsection C of the following new subsection D. The Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, shall nominate official of government of the United States to serve as Director of the Center according to the requirements of the Memorandum of Understanding and Entitlement, the Human Smuggling and Trafficking Center, the HSTC Charter. Staff for the center in general, staffing of the center. 1. In general, the Secretary of Homeland Security, in cooperation with the heads of the other relevant agencies, departments, shall ensure the center is stratified and with no fewer than 40 full-time equivalent positions, including appropriated details from the following: A. The agency's offices within the Department of Homeland Security, including the following: Office of Intelligence Analysis; 2. The Transportation Security and Information; 3. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services; 4. The United States Customs and Border Protection; 5. The United States Coast Guard; 6. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement; B. Other department agencies, including the following: Central Intelligence Agency, the Department of Defense, Department of Treasury, National Counterterrorism Center, National Security Agency, the Department of Justice, Department of State, any other relevant agencies, department, and 2. The expertise and details. The Secretary of Homeland Security, in coordination with the head of the agency, department, or any other referred paragraph 1 shall ensure that the details are provided by the center and under the subsection or under such paragraph, including the adequate number of personnel who are A. Intelligent analysis special agents within demonstrated experience related to the human smuggling, trafficking, in person, terrorism travel, terrorist travel, and B. Personnel within expertise in areas and consular affairs and counterterrorism. 3. The criminal law enforcement. 4. The intelligent analysis. 5. The prevention, detection, documentation, fraud. 6. The border inspection. 7. The immigration enforcement. 8. The human traffic combating forms of trafficking in person. 3. Enhanced personnel management. 8. Incentives and services in certain positions. 1. In general, the certain Secretary of Homeland Security, heads of the other relevant agency, prescribe regulations, promulgate personnel to provide incentives, services of staff centers, particularly in serving the terms of at least 2 years of duration. Forms of incentives under this clause may include financial incentives, bonuses such as other awards, incentives of the Secretary, heads of the relevant agencies, and as appropriate to be enhanced and promotion for services at the center, notwithstanding any other provision. And the Secretary of Homeland Security, the heads of other relevant agencies, shall ensure the personnel who are assigned to detail the service of the center, the consideration promotion of rates of equivalently better than similar situated personnel, such as agencies who are not assigned to detailed except for the subparagraph, shall not apply to the case of personnel who is subjected to the provisions of the Foreign Service Aid of 1980. Administration supporting and funding the Secretary of Homeland Security shall provide the center administrating Homeland funding and required in the maintenance, including funding personnel, leasing of office space, submit and equipment and technical training, traveling expenses necessary to the center of carrying out the functions. Report subsection G E is subsection 7202. 7202. Intelligence Reform Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004, rated designated subsection A2 is amended and reads as follows: A. The report and as President 1. Initial report no later than 100 days after the Department, December 17, 2004. The President shall transmit Congress to report regarding implementation of the section, including a description of the staff reporting it, resources needed for the center. Following up the report no later than 100 days after the date of enactment, implementation recommendations, 9/11 Commission Act of 2007. The President shall transmit the Congress to report regarding the operation of the center's activities carried out through the center, including the description of A. The roles of responsibility agencies, department of the participation of the center. B. The mechanisms of such information among the such agencies, department. C. The personnel to provide the center by each of the such agencies, department. D. The type of information reports disseminating by the centers. E. The efforts of the center and its created a centralized federal government database to staff or information released in unlawful travel on foreign nationals, including the description of any other such database, the manner in which information utilized in such database would be collected and stored and shared. How such agency department shall utilize resources to ensure center of the use of intelligence focus and drive and efforts. G. Efforts in consolidating network systems for the center. H. The mechanism for the sharing of Homeland Security Information Center of the Office of Intelligence Analysis, including as how sharing shall be inconsistent with the Section 116B and the applicable personnel to the center of the freely access of necessary database sharing information regarding issues related to human smuggling, trafficking, persons, terrorism, travel. J. How the assessment personnel is centered and incorporated in civil services career path of such personnel, and K. Cooperation, coordination in efforts, including any memorandums of understandings among the participation agency department regarding issues related to human smuggling and trafficking in person and travel. Coordination with the Office of Intelligence Analysis, Section 7202, Intelligence Reform, Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004 is amended by after subsection 8 as redesignated by subsection A2 and the following new subsection 8 United States Code 17777. Reports and 1. Coordination of the Office of Intelligence Analysis. The Office of Intelligence Analysis coordination with the Center should submit and relevantly state, local, tribal law enforcement agencies periodically reports regarding terrorist threats related to the human smuggling, human traffic, and terrorism travel. Authorization appropriations. The authorized are appropriated to the Secretary of Homeland Security $24 million of fiscal year of 2008 to carry out Section 7202 of the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004, amended in Section 722, Enhancement of the Terrorism Travel Program, Section 215, Intelligence Reform Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004, 6 United States Code 123, is amended and read as follows: Section 215, Terrorism Travel Program deadline and requirement established no later than 90 days after the date of enactment. Implementation recommendations. 9/11 Commission Act of 2007. Secretary of Homeland Security is consultant with Director of National Counterterrorism Center, consistent with a strategy developed under Section 7201. So shall establish a program to oversee and implement. The Secretary has responsibility with respect to terrorism travel. Head of the program as the Secretary of Homeland Security shall be designated official Department of Homeland Security responsible for carrying out the program, and such official shall be 1. Assistant Secretary of the Policy of the Department of Homeland Security, or 2. The official appointed of the Secretary who reports directly to the Secretary. C. The duties of the official design under Section B shall be the Secretary of Homeland Security, improving the Department ability to prevention terrorism, entering the United States and remaining in the United States undetected. 1. Developing relevant strategy and policies. 2. Reviewing effective existing programs, recommendation improving if necessary. 3. The recommendations budget requests on reallocations of funding and personnel. 4. The ensuring and coordination with respect to policy programs and operations, dissemination of the intelligent information related to the terrorism travel. A. Among the appropriations subdivision of the Department of Homeland Security determined from the Secretary, including the United States Customs and Border Protection, 2. The United States Immigration, Customs and Enforcement, 3. The United States Citizen and Immigration System, 4. The Transportation Security Administration, 5. The United States Coast Guard, B. The Department of Homeland Security and other federal agencies, and 5. The Secretary primary point of contact, national counterterrorism implementation initiatives. Serving as Secretary primary point of contact, National Counterterrorism Center for implementing initiatives related to the terrorism travel, ensuring the recommendations centered related to the terrorism travel and carried out through the department. D. The reported no later than 180 days date of the implementing recommendations. 9/11 Commission Act of 2007. The Secretary as Homeland Security shall submit in Committee of Homeland Security Governmental Affairs, the Secretary, Senate, and the Committee of Homeland Security, House of Representatives report implementation of Section 723 Enhanced Driver's License, Section 7209, the Intelligent Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004, the Agency United States Code 1185. Note was not notified is amended in subparagraph B in clause 4 or A in clause 6 and striking N, B in clause 7 striking N, and then inserting and C and adding the following new clauses. 121 Stat 350 Public Law 110/53 August 3rd 2007 Title 8 point 8 not a title, but 8, in the signing a memorandum of arrangement and initiated pilot program within not less than one of the state determined enhanced driver's license and machine readable, tamper proof, not validable for certification citizen for any purposes that admission in the United States and the Canada and Mexico, and issued by the states of an individual may permit in individual use of driver license to meet documentation requirements under subparagraph A in the entire United States, Canada, and for entry into the United States for the Canada and Mexico and the land of seaports to enter entry. Adding the following for the new subparagraph C, no later than 180 days. The initial of the pilot program described in subparagraph B17, B18, the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Secretary of State shall submit the appropriate congressional committees reports. Report includes A, analysis of the impact of the pilot program national security, 2, the recommendations on how to expand the pilot program to other states, 3, appropriate statutory changes and facilitate expansion of the pilot program to additional states, the citizens of Canada, 4, the plan of securing individual participation in pilot programs under the United States terrorist which watch list, and recommendation and type of machine readable technology should be enhanced by driver's license made about individual privacy and consideration, cost, feasibility, and cooperation. Next technology existing driver's license. 8 United States Code 11185 note regulations Federal Register publication section 724 Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative. Before the Secretary of Homeland Security publishes final rule of the Federal Register implementation 7209 in Intelligence Reform Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004 Public Law 108458 the United States Code 1185 note the Secretary of Homeland Security shall complete with a cost benefit analysis Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative authorized under the section 7209, and the Secretary shall develop proposals for the reducing executing fee charge of the passport proposed by 71 Fed Reg 60928-32 October 17, 2006, including the use of mobile application teams during implementation of land sea phases Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative in order to encourage the United States citizens to apply for the passport card. 8 United States Code 1752A and Section 725 Model Ports of Entry A. In general, Secretary of Homeland Security 1. Establish model ports of entry into the program for the purpose of providing the most efficient welcome international arrival process, facilitating promote business and tourist travel in the United States while also providing security, and 2. Implementing program initial to the 20 United States international airports that have been highest number of the foreign visitors and arriving annual the date of enactment of this act by the program, and elements of the program shall include enhanced queue and management of the federal inspection services and are leading up to the primary inspection to the assistant foreign travelers once they have been admitted for the United States and the United States government in consulting with appropriate relevant governmental and non-governmental entities. Instructional videos in English and the C of these in language determines appropriate for the federal inspection services. Explain the United States inspection process features of national, regional, local welcome videos. And see additional customs and protection border protection officers deadline and a high volume reports. Subject availability appropriate Subject availability appropriatable not later than the end of the fiscal year 2008. Secretary of Homeland Security shall employ not fewer than additional 200 Customs or Border Protection officers. Numbers of such positions are funded appropriated for preceding fiscal years to address staff shortages in 20 United States international airports. Have the highest number of the foreign visitors arriving annually as the date of enactment, and subtitle D, this miscellaneous provision, section 731, reporting regarding border security in general no later than 180 days after the date of the enactment of the Act of Security, Homeland Security Act, submitting the Congress reporting regarding ongoing initiatives, Department of Homeland Security, and to improve the security along the northern border of the United States. B, the continents reported submitted under the subsection A. 1. Address the vulnerabilities along the northern border in the United States. 2. Provide recommendations that address such vulnerabilities, including required secure resources needed to protect the northern border in the United States. 3. See the Government Accountability Office no later than 270 days after the submission of the report of subsection A. The Comptroller General of the United States shall submit to Congress a report and reviews comments on the report of the subsection A, and into the provides regarding additional necessary to protection northern border of the United States. And now we're on to Title 8, Privacy and Civil Liberties.